Bet now they can hear us. YouTube, what's up, man? Welcome to episode 5, week 5. It takes two, man. It's your boy Jalon, man. I'm here with my brother Jamal.
What's up, guys?
We in here, man, giving you guys the good old content y'all deserve. Week 5, man. Week fucking 5. How you feel about that? 5 weeks deep.
Pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Staying consistent with it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What about you? How do you feel about it?
I feel good. Same here. Consistency. We, you know what I'm saying? We finally doing it. We knocking out the park. We doing what we supposed to. So yeah, man. We got a couple things we gonna get into.
Okay.
Quick little episode. You know how Tuesdays go. So yeah, let's not even waste no time because we are a little bit late. But you know what I mean. We gonna get right into it, man. So this is a question for Facebook too, man. What age are you considered unk? Like, what age is it okay for somebody to call you like unk? Like, hey, what's up, unk? What's a good age?
That somebody who's not your
Not
actual
like-
nephew?
Yeah, like just like you know how like people be saying that.
The 40s. Late
40?
40s to 40s. Yeah, any 40. Any
Late
age-
40s?
Any age in 40s, yeah.
I say if you hit, I say if you're 40.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. If you're in your 40s.
Yeah, I about to say as soon as you hit 40, you unk. It don't matter how you like it or not, nigga, you unk. So, what's up? What's up, Facebook? They going live. Yeah, it don't matter. It don't matter. Y'all answer that question, man. What age are you considered unk, man?
If somebody calls you unk and you're like in your 30s,
Yeah.
I think that's disrespectful.
Yeah, well, I mean, shit, not if you look old as fuck. Some of these niggas, if you like 36 and it's like a 16-year-old,
No.
that's kind of unkish, though.
No. That's your big homie. But not
That's
unk.
kind of unk.
Definitely not.
36, 37? Because it's like you right around a quarter for 40.
No way. That's disrespectful.
That's
That's like your big homie or like a dad to you. That would be like your
so
like,
it could be unk.
like your like an
your
OG.
uncle's normally
your
the
big,
same age
like,
as your dad.
No,
Around the same
no.
age.
Like when I think of somebody calling somebody unk is like that person is significantly older. But if
16, say if somebody was like 16 and they seen somebody who's 37, that's pretty old.
that's only
That's like 16, 17 years older than them. So
Uh,
you damn near 20 years this nigga senior. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
no way.
So it's like, you could be called unk at that age.
No,
I wouldn't trip if
I-
somebody called me unk and I'm 37.
I'm
Some
gonna say
shit
no.
like that. I will feel like, damn, I'm kind of getting old. But at the same time, if you 40, you unk status. I'm just gonna leave it at that. You should be grilling. You should probably have like 1 or 2 kids by now. You unk status in my book. Facebook, what y'all think, man?
No, I don't.
Let-
think
let-
so.
let
I
us
don't
know.
think so. You have to be in your 40s to qualify for that.
40s?
40s for sure.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
Because
say
like
40.
in your 30s, you're still because that's still young, and
Yeah.
unless like little kids aren't calling you unk.
Yeah, not
So,
little kids.
Like exactly, so little kid, so you can be an uncle way before like you hit your 30s or in your 30s, but nobody's calling you unk. Unk is for an old guy. That's
it's not even okay. But even if it, say for example, like, because I guess it just depends on where you grow up or whatever. Damn, we kind of lagged that on YouTube. All right. I guess it kind of grows up. It depends on where you grow up. Because to me, like I would, because I'm 26, so I wouldn't really be feeling comfortable calling a nigga who's in their 30s unk. So
Right.
I
So
would
that'd
say
be
like
weird.
you have to be 40 for me to consider you unk, because my dad's in his 50s, but he would be like, you would still be in that age group. You feel me? So it's like if you
I think that's only 49.
he would be like 50 this year or something, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way, this nigga
Yeah.
older. So it's like you would be in that age bracket. You know?
Honestly, I don't even think. I think when you hit 50, like when you hit your 40s, you're older. Like you're not old. You're not considered old until you
Yeah,
hit.
you're not old.
You don't.
But
you're
you
not old.
unk status.
You're not old until
Ain't
you
no
hit like
debate.
your 60s.
Yeah, I'd probably say
I
like
would say when you hit 60, that's when you're old. Like, okay, I'm old, and
because that's when you go to retirement and shit, right? 60s.
yeah, he should be
Because what is it, 55
65.
or some shit,
No,
or 65?
65. 65 is retirement. So 60 is
It's
when
old,
it's old. Any
older.
no, 60 is old. 40s and 40s.
70s and shit is old. Like this is an old
No,
person.
that's an elderly person.
Okay.
That's how I look at it. At least I look at it when you are from, like, obviously you're a kid. Let's start from like teenage. So when you're a teenager, all the way up to like 20,
Uh-huh.
you're basically just like a kid. You're just like a young adult.
All
Then
right.
when you hit like 25, that's when you're an actual adult.
Uh-huh.
So when you hit 25, you're an actual adult, and that lasts all the way up until you hit 40. So your adult status from 25 all the
40. Wait, hold on. I'll say till 50.
No, when you're hit 50, now you're older. You're still an adult, yes, but you're an older person. Like somebody from 25 all the way to 39, you're still fairly young.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why you're just considered an adult.
Yeah.
And so from 25 all the way to 40, that's when you're considered and just an adult.
Uh-huh.
And then now when you hit 40, now I'm older. I'm older. Now that's when you can say oh,
Okay.
I'm feeling old.
How y'all feel about that?
I'm feeling old. I'm getting old. If you're saying that you're getting old and you haven't hit 40s,
Niggas be saying that in their 30s though.
well,
I'm getting old.
yeah, and
shit
that,
like that.
then you're an idiot. That's you're not an idiot, but it's definitely not. You shouldn't be saying that. When you hit, if you're 40 or above, then you can say that. But if you're like under 40, you should not be saying, "Oh, I'm getting old." We already understand you're getting older.
I'll probably okay. So you said from teenage to 30, young adult.
From like I guess like 13 all the way to 20. That's like you're
Not 13, because we know like we're not talking about teenagers.
okay.
From 20 to 30, you're a young adult. From 30 to 40,
no, not even a young adult. I would say a young adult is like 18 to
25.
yeah. No, yeah, 18 to 24. 25 is when you're like, oh, okay, now you're an adult.
It's still a young adult though.
You're young-ish. You're young-ish.
I'm going
No,
20 to 30.
I'm saying
adult.
25, you're young-ish because, like, no, you don't necessarily have all the tools. Like, in your 20s, you don't have all the tools that you need. Like, you're still learning a lot
Yeah.
in your 20s. 30s is you applying what you learned in your 20s. So, but you're when you're in your 20s, especially when you're in your early 20s, you're still a kid. You know nothing. You're still learning a lot, and your brain hasn't even all the way developed. 25 is when people's brains fully developed, and now things are clicking for you, but you just don't have all the resources necessarily at your disposal. So you have to kind of put everything together. But now everything kind of makes sense.
The fucking stream is lagged out right now.
It might just be the internet.
Okay, there it goes. I think it's because I keep going back and forth from fucking Facebook. But oh, okay, I see what you're talking about.
But yeah,
You're connected. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'm going from 20 to 30. I'm gonna consider you a young adult. From 30 to 40. No, I'm gonna say from 30 to 40. Yeah, 40, 45. I'll consider you like an adult. 50, I'm gonna say you're probably like you're an older person, and then 60 and above, you're like elderly.
nah, 60 is not elderly. 60 is definitely old. You're old.
That's damn near
Elderly is like people in like retirement homes and can't move and stuff like that. There's 60-year-olds and like 65-year-old people just still moving around. That's why they're.
So
that's
old,
why.
So you old.
So yeah, exactly. You're just old. When you hit like 70, now you're elderly.
Okay,
You're
70 and above will consider you elderly, but
probably
I'll
like
say
probably
50
closer
to
to like
60,
60,
you're old.
probably like 68. That's when you start getting
Because I don't even
elderly.
feel like that, though. Because I know 50-year-olds who still be, like,
That's why they're older. They're not elderly or old.
okay.
No, well,
It's like
yeah.
it's kind of hard. It's like it's a gray area between some of that shit. Cause
But
they all
also
kinda,
just depends on how well you aged.
yeah. That's why I'm
Because
about to say.
because some people there's people who are in retirement homes who are in their 60s
you
and
know
look
who
like
Grant
they're
Cardone is?
yes.
That dude's like 66.
Yeah.
He looks like 50 or something.
Yeah, because he keeps moving. He
I
keeps
know
his
he's
mind.
a fucking billionaire, but at the same time, like,
No, but I think it's just no because I used to work with a lady, and she was like 70. Like when I was working there, and I was in my like third year there, she was 72 years old. So by the time I ended up leaving, she was probably closer to 75,
damn.
and she was still moving around.
Yeah, so it's kind of like
It's like how well you keep your health, and how well you're like and if you're keeping your mind working. Like because if you get to a point where you're not just like moving around and keeping your mind working, you're gonna lose it.
yeah, you definitely gonna lose
You
it.
got to
That's
stay
why they
busy,
be saying read books and eat healthy at a young age.
but also just stay busy because once you kind of slow down, then your body's like, okay, well, I've already attained everything I was trying to do in this lifetime, or
Yeah,
like it's time to clock out.
it's not much more I need to do.
Yeah.
So we'll just say if you're 40 or above, you're
Somebody,
on
yeah,
status.
somebody can call you Unc.
You
Yeah,
on
40 or
status. Okay. Can a girl be a 10 with ugly feet?
Yeah.
Sure. Interesting. Well, let's watch this. I got something for him.
How bad are the feet?
It doesn't matter. You just
Yeah,
say
go
yeah.
ahead. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah.
All right, yeah, we go add some. We
As
got.
long as you just
I'm gonna
keep
let you guys
Just
see
keep
what's
the
going
socks
on.
on.
We got something going on. Here's okay, we'll pull this up. Facebook, y'all can join in if y'all like to. Oh, oops, wrong thing. I got something I need to show you guys. There's a meeting in my bedroom. Okay, cool. So here we have Akbar V.
Show my feet. That little motherfucker by that pinky always gave me a hard time. And I was asking God, I was like, God, why you make my feet like this? You know, they say something wrong with every pretty girl. So this is what's wrong with me. It's that little motherfucker right there didn't grow out. I don't really be tripping because the doctor said they can fix it, but I don't want it fixed because at the end of the day, God made me like this and I don't want to change him every day that they love him. Okay, tonight I decided to show my feet. That little motherfucker by that pinky always gave me a hard time. And I was
So
Yeah,
I would let the chat. I would let the
She
chat.
definitely should get that fixed. She's probably gonna have like a lot of foot problems, like longer down the road. Like,
But you see what's going on though. She not a like whatever.
she's not a 10 though. I wouldn't consider her a 10.
Yeah, she not like no 10. But I'm just saying though. I mean, somebody consider this bitch a 10.
Somebody could, but she's not a 10
Somebody
in my
definitely
book.
consider
So
her a 10.
she's not a 10 in my book, but
I probably wouldn't consider her a 10, but
I mean, but at the end,
she looked decent though. She got a
no,
nice body.
she's a decent girl. I mean, she's
You know
not
what I mean?
she's not
So-
unattractive. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is like, yeah, I mean that's just what it is for her. Like, cause we don't choose what, things like that. We
Yeah.
don't choose to come out with things, wrong with them. So I'm not
So it's
tripping off that.
possible to be a 10 with ugly feet.
Yeah, I think everybody has like ugly features. Everybody's gonna have like something off about them, and if it's not something physically, it's something mentally. So
Yeah.
I rather have somebody be a little bit like a fucked up tooth or something like big ass thumbs or something like that, something a little bit off, because most of the time like their head's not fucked up. But if they look immaculate from the outside,
Mm-hmm.
then their head most likely something's fucked up in there. Cause you can't have it all. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like
so-
everybody's not. We don't get like dealt like a full hand of cards. You know, or
Yeah.
full set of cards. You know. So
And Facebook, y'all wanted to watch that clip I just posted up. make sure to head over to the YouTube, man. Ahim stream so y'all can watch with us live. But okay, I agree kind of what you said. I think you had a good point. You could be like, obviously nobody's perfect, right? So
Right.
physically, sure, like you could maybe meet the perfect person,
Right.
but she isn't mentally all there, or she kind of full of herself, or
Yeah. Her
whatever.
attitude's
Yeah,
bad.
like something
There's
negative
something off.
on her end, or whatever the case may be. But
Because it's like you have to balance stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, because just think about like how, just how the animal kingdom is, or just like how like things are. Yes, we have these abilities, but when you think about other animals, like, well, these animals have like these abilities that we don't have. You know what I'm saying? So like, to keep them safe and like things of that sort. So we have like a functioning brain, then we can do like so much, right? But when we're compared to like a lion, well, we're not as strong as a lion. We don't have the ability to run or to move it like as fast as a lion or kill prey like that. But what we do have is like a big brain, so we can actually compensate for the things that we're lacking in. And I think that's the same thing for like well, obviously we're talking about people too, but like it's the same thing when it comes to specific looks. Like, yeah, you'll be able to have like all these things outside that people may find attractive, but at the same time, um, either if you're not fully decked out from the outside, then something's gonna not gonna be all
that's
there.
true. Definitely, that's true. Yeah, so you can be a perfect 10. Well, I can't give you that. You can't be a perfect 10 unless you perfect. So, and there is bitches who's perfect, like physically. Now, I didn't say like mentally they might be off a little bit, or they might be a little shallow or a little crazy or whatever the case may be, but physically you can't be a perfect 10 unless you a perfect 10. Like, and that's what makes them a 10, because it's so hard to be that. Like, not everybody is just a 10. Because if we just open in the floodgates to what a 10 can be, then there's a lot of things that'll slip in the crack, like, oh, well, she don't have her back teeth, but she's still pretty and all that. But it's like, it's like, or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, she stinks or something from time to time or whatever.
Well,
whatever. But there's like,
that's rough.
You can't be a perfect 10 unless you check these things off,
No, and I get that. I think everybody's criteria for a 10 is different.
Yeah,
obviously from person to person.
Some niggas like that little super petite vibe, and
I can appreciate different sizes.
Yeah, I can too. Shapely girl, if it looks good or whatever, but I don't like the little skinny rocker looking girl type, emo, like that type of skinny.
No.
I'm not a fan of that.
I'm not a fan of like super frail girls.
Yeah.
But there's people who are, and obviously, I think, and I'm not trying to shame anybody because.
But it gives me like little kid vibes. Like,
and that's probably why we're not into it. But at the end of the day, like, there are adults, full-fledged adults out there that are a little bit frail or who are just a little bit smaller, and that's just how they're genetically made up. And that's fine for them, but for me, that's just not appealing personally. But I think I can appreciate different types. It's just different shapes and everything, and different types of features. But there's definitely things that I prefer more than others.
Yeah.
And I think it goes for like how it's all put together, and then how the personality behind it.
Yeah,
like
the personality
if it matches,
make or break it, for
right?
Sure.
And that's really what it is for me.
Save you. Even if you're like a strong 7.5 and you have a killer personality, that can make you an easy 8.3, 8.5.
Honestly, I think you can be easily an 8.
A whole point up.
You can be easily an 8, because you can have like a face that's like around a 4.5 to a 5. But
4.5?
Listen, hold on.
Oh
hold on.
my
Let me get it here. But let me get it here. I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody, but I'm saying because a 4.5 is
that's damn near hideous. Oh my god.
Hold on. No, and the only reason why I'm saying that is just like you probably have like something a little bit abnormal. Where like, oh, okay, like oh, she's kind of cute, but like
She has
she
like
had-
a cleft lip or something.
well, I wasn't going that extreme, but yeah, that could
That's
be
like
it.
That's
That could be
what
it.
I'm thinking.
Well, that's what you think, but I'm thinking of like
I
some.
don't know what do you mean by that shit. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm thinking like she had
Not
like
no offense to people who had it. That's not no slug to them. But I'm just saying like something that's out of their control, like a physical deformity.
right.
or
I'm
something.
like maybe like an abnormal nose size.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
Like
can't relate to that.
everything else is there,
But just
but,
a crazy
like,
big ass nose.
right? And I'm
yeah.
like, damn. Ooh.
That's
Okay.
tough.
You know, but exactly. But the thing is, body shape, good. Personality, great. Nose is the only real big flaw. But
Yeah.
that would be like a drawback for some people.
Yeah.
But some people can look past it because they see the personality. Or, maybe everything's good, but their eyes are a little bit too far apart. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
something a little bit off. Whereas like, okay, you're probably like around a 5-ish in the face.
Yeah.
But like if we're going based off your shape or like how your body and everything, and your personality?
Yeah.
like you're batting like at least like an 8 or 9.
That's pushing it. 8, well, like, cause 9 to me is like a model. You know what I mean? A 10's like
She could be
top
hitting the gym.
tier. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm saying like a 9, cause there's no models that like to me. If you're a model and you're like a 9 or whatever, you don't have any. It's not about your personality. Niggas don't
Well-
have to talk to you to see that you bad.
Well,
You know what I mean?
So you're saying somebody can't have a very
You can't be a
can't have
9 if you don't look like a 9.
no. Hold on. So you can't. You're saying that somebody can't have a 9 frame, but the face card is sitting at like a.
No,
You know,
I'm not saying that you
add
can't have a
some
crazy
underpoints?
because there is butterface, right? So I'm not gonna say that, but I'm saying like your personality can't make up for that 6-point jump. Like that's not happening. I'm sorry, it's not happening.
Okay, so how are you coming up with like the overall ranking of like or like
'Cause
a
if we're talking
point
about
scale?
the face-
Because if we're going like point scale, like if we're scaling everything, you go like it's like your body. And I don't want to talk about people like their pieces of meat, but I mean everybody does it. So you're talking about like their shape, so your body shape, face, and then personality, sort of, right? But if we're just going strictly off of
If we're taking personality out the
take
equation,
it off the equation.
because that was the original topic. Like if a personality can save you from having
It
a
can.
low rank, but if we're just looking at you, and I don't know, you have a cool, super nice personality that will bump you up to the individual
Okay.
to like maybe a 2 or 3 points. Then if I'm just looking at you, you can have a crazy body and all that,
If-
and you still can only max out to like what 7.5, 8.
No, because like this is what I do. If I'm ranking somebody or like putting them on a scale, like, oh, this is what I consider like a 10 or whatever, it's going to go face, it's going to go a body, and then it's going to go by like how they carry themselves as far as like if I can see them, how are they presenting themselves? Are they dressed well? Or and I'm not saying you need to be wearing expensive stuff to be dressed well, because you don't. But like, how are you
Carry
carrying
yourself,
yourself?
yeah.
Because do you look like a ratchet, or do you look like you carry yourself like this or that or whatever? So that's kind of dictating like, all right, I can see this girl's style, I can see like all of these things, and that's where I'm going to rank her. And then the personality, that's where you can kind of, that's if you know somebody personally, and that's where you can kind of add points or take away points depending on whatever the situation
So
is.
if she has the ideal body for you, and we're not talking about personality right now, but if we just say she has an ideal body,
Mm-hmm.
and you said a 4.5 face.
I didn't say that was gonna be a pass for me. I was just
So I'm
saying in general.
Okay, but even if she did have a 4.5
Okay,
in the face,
4.5, because like
like
the thing
a
is,
crazy nose or some like
Well,
just
here-
something crazy about her features.
well, here's the thing, because you rank all those 3 by 10. So what face out of 10?
You
Where's
just
she
pull
at?
in the average.
Exactly. Then you add all those up, and then you divide by 3,
Okay.
and that's how you get to overall score.
Damn. This nigga doing math equations and shit with the bitch. Okay, yeah, all right, yeah.
No, I mean it's valid. That's how you do it. Well, that's
Yeah.
how I do it. I've always done it that way.
Yeah, I guess people do it without even knowing they doing that, and they just do it in their head. But yeah, okay. So if this girl has a 4.3, like a 10 body,
Okay.
and then a 4.3 in the face, what are we talking about then? At this point, she's a 7, because she can max be a 7, right? Out of the average of those two.
Mm-hmm.
Because what? That's like 14 and a half or whatever. We'll just say 14.
Well,
divided
that's
by 2.
14.
That's 7. You
if
can
you're-
only
if you're-
max be a
if you're-
7 without personality.
If you're only doing those
So
two.
that's what I'm saying. You can never, because to me, a model is a 9. So you can never be a 9 just based off of that. Like, period. You can't, at least at
What are we
at
considering
4.
models? Because a lot of girls are
A model, whatever you
like,
consider
are we
a model.
considering Instagram models?
I'm talking about,
Or just are we talking
like,
about
like she
runway
has
models?
2 to 3 major features that stand out, that are considered beautiful, and any and every time she goes out in public, she's noticed and or appreciated for her looks. That's what I would consider a model. When you see her at the gym, niggas is 2-3 glances at her, damn. Or when you just talking to her, you might get a little flustered or something. Or when you see this chick, you know, like, damn, she is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It's no. She can be fat. It doesn't matter. She just beautiful. Like,
Hold on, she can be fat.
it does. I'm saying, like, this girl is so beautiful, it wouldn't matter if she's big. That's how, like, you ever seen a chick so pretty in the face, like Rihanna or something like that? If she gained weight, maybe not Rihanna for you or whatever, but if she
I
gained,
like Rihanna.
but I'm saying if she gained weight, you can still see the beauty in Rihanna. Like, so
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, even it doesn't matter what the situation or circumstance is. Like, you naturally are beautiful. It doesn't matter. Some girls, it's like your looks are dependent on how well you upkeep yourself. Like,
No, that's true. I mean,
see what I'm saying?
there's pretty big girls. Yes, I get that, but I mean, but I'm not considering them models if they're like I guess you can be a plus size model,
but yeah, it's like she's still beautiful though. Like, you don't. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and I was just saying, like, an extreme. Like, you could be big and still be looking like that. That's what I would consider a model. Someone who's like, who meets all of those criteria, who looks good, all that shit, whatever I just said. That's what
Okay.
I would consider it.
Okay.
So to me, you can't never be on that status just walking around, because you don't know nobody's personality until you get to talking to them. Now, yeah, she could bump up a point and a half, maybe 2 points if her personality's just through the roof
yeah,
and all this other shit. Okay, she started at a 7. I could potentially give her 8.
but everything when I'm talking about personality, it's not just like how, because personality is part of like how you carry yourself is part of your personality, yes, but also is like your morals, like your background, like all the things that you would consider to like what you would consider to court a girl or court somebody. Like, oh, I like this about a person. I want somebody to do this. I want somebody to kind of take care of these things, and they do all of those, but that has nothing to do with your looks.
Yeah, that's what
You know
I'm
what I'm
saying.
saying?
So,
So that's
you
all-
can't add points, but like I said, you can never be a walk around 9. You can't. To the average person who doesn't know you, maybe to an individual who sees you and all the shit you just said,
Yeah.
who looks good and all that, but that's not you though. You know what I'm saying? You're not you can't just be that just because you have a cool personality, you carry yourself well and all of this shit. That's cool. Like, there's a peak to it.
So what? Okay, so if that's the case, where are you ranking yourself?
So me personally, realistically speaking,
Yeah.
if I honestly tried my hardest, I think I would peak out at like a 9. Like, and I'm like, cause we talking about a 10 considered like, okay, you gotta be, I'm saying like 6'3" plus
To who though? Because
to the average
honestly,
woman, right? So,
well, okay, to
cause
that.
I'm about 6 foot with shoes on. So I'm 5'11", about 6 foot 6'1" with shoes on. So okay, with that, I'm a relatively handsome person. If my fitness is on point, I could be more fit for sure. My fitness on point. I carry myself financially. I'm there. All of these things. So I build up all this shit. I could probably peak out like 9, maybe 9.5. Depends on who's dealing with and who's judging. I'll
Okay.
probably say 9.95. But a perfect 10, it's like certain things that you just can't control. And I'm gonna be real.
I think the
I'm
10.
gonna
I
keep-
think the
I'm keeping
10 only comes from if somebody actually vibes with you on a deeper level. Because like yeah, overall like yeah, people can because looks are
Nobody-
subjective.
Yeah, it is subjective. Because if I'm judging myself, of course I'm gonna say I'm a 10, right? So like,
Okay.
oh, yeah, I'm a 10, whatever. But if I'm comparing myself to the world overall and what is like cool or whatever, like okay, yeah, there's work that I could have done. Like I
Okay.
could be more physically disciplined. I could be more financially disciplined. I could be whatever. There's more that could be done on a greater scheme of comparison.
Okay, so now you're adding like the financial aspect to it. Like,
Because
I was
that
just
goes
going
into
off-
it
Okay, but
for
that's
men,
that.
from the men's side of things. Because we're not talking about
No,
women
and I
no
get
more.
that, but I'm just saying if we're going strictly off of looks, that's it. Because just what we're talking
Okay,
about,
if
we're not talking about
strictly
personality.
looks.
Yeah, strictly looks.
Again, that's kind of like, to me, I'm biased on that because I know how I look. So
Uh-huh.
to me, I think I look like a 10.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna be crazy, right? I would say there's work I could have done. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you can work out more, and that goes into your looks though. Like that kind of,
Yeah.
and also with having more money, you look better. No, it is true though, and we've
Nah.
seen this time and time again.
No, I don't.
It's true. It's true.
You-
Having more money makes you can look way.
You can
better.
look. Yeah, you can. You can.
That goes
afford,
into your looks.
You can afford more things.
You can afford to look better.
You can afford to look better. Yes, but
Better
that doesn't.
skincare.
But
You
that
might
does, but that doesn't make you look better though.
Yes, you can have better skincare. A nigga could get his teeth done, his hairline did. There's things you can do to look physically more appealing to the outside.
You can, but I'm talking about where
That's-
you're at base level. I'm not talking about
Yeah, that's what
you
I'm
can.
saying. I'm just saying. I'm talking right now, but I'm saying like potentially where I could be without any work, but as of right at this moment, without any, just right now where I'm at, I'll give myself a solid 8.7, 8.7, 8.3 to 8.7. And I know that's just with me knowing like that's just base looks. Like I feel like I'd have a handsome or attractive children. I feel like whatever, cause you know what I mean. I don't even get too into it, but I do feel like I'm a handsome person. And I've heard that on you know what I'm saying.
No,
I've heard that from the opposite sex, so I'm not gonna.
no. I mean, you should feel that way about yourself. I was just asking.
yeah.
Okay, so if that's where you're at, so where you think you're batting as far as like a potential mate or a potential like girl or whatever.
So
So where are you, since you consider yourself to be an 8, where you're at right now, like an 8.3, 8.5, whatever, right? So how far down are you going, and how far
you
up
can go
are
down.
you going?
You can go down.
I'm talking about you.
I know. I'm saying this is, and me and Kenny talked about this.
Okay.
You can go down 2 points,
Damn.
and you can go up 2 points. That's how it goes. And
No, you
and
could, but would
No, I'm saying-
would you?
Yeah, and this is what I'm about to say, because me and Kenny already talked about this. I ain't trying to out my boy, but okay, so on a late night tip, so these is girls that you hit on the late night hush mode. You said
So they're dubs.
no, they're not dubs, because you can go 2 points. If you're a 6, they're dubs, because you're going down to a 4.
No.
Yeah.
So they're low key
If they're
dubs.
6, they're dubs. If you're a 6, they're dubs. Me, I'm hitting 6.5s and above, so it's like they're not quite dubs yet. They're in that like
They're
gray
dubbish.
area. They're dubbish. They're dubbish. That's the low scale for me though. That's somebody's max though. That's somebody's queen.
Oh yes.
It's
yes.
what I'm saying. So okay, and then also so that means I also can hit a 10 but there's also caveats to that though. So to me, I'm like, okay, but on average, I would probably say most of the girls I deal with on a regular basis is probably gonna be in the 8 range.
Okay.
Honestly. So like we're around the same like ballpark.
Yeah.
So I feel like you get 10s and like NBA nigga wives and all this shit once you get more money. That's when
Yeah.
you kind of have more access to these chicks. So not necessarily the looks,
I don't.
Because I feel
no,
like I
get
could
that.
pull those type of girls. I've had interactions with females that are crazy bad.
I don't
And-
think you're really all that. Like my thing is like I don't think you're that bad if you can't hold a conversation or if you don't bring anything
And
to the
I,
table.
that's what I'm saying.
Like for
I
me,
feel like I
So
might
that's-
have some real like. I don't even like talking about like, oh, I'm this type of it, but I know like how I am around women. I know how I talk to them. I know how I make them feel. I know how to read a room and read their energy.
right?
And I feel like I give off certain energy to them. And you know, I don't even, and I really don't want to sound like I'm being braggadocious or no shit like that. But this is strictly based off of the intel I've gotten from the opposite sex, from girls who are attractive.
I think the biggest thing is like,
But hold on, what would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
oh, I'm a minimum 8, a minimum.
Okay, so what is your rate then?
How do I rate my
Yeah.
personal self?
Yeah, like
Oh,
just off the looks.
I personally think I'm.
Because that's
I'm
okay. Yeah,
I
personally
personally
we
think-
we're 10s, but what do you think?
I
Like
no,
subjectively,
I don't think
your rate
I don't think
is?
I don't think I'm a 10. I think I'm a 9. I'm a 9.
A 9 across the board.
Across the board, I'm a fucking 9. And for any like, and this is the thing. This is how I look at it. And anyone,
I'm clipping all this shit.
any woman
Uh-huh.
should find me to be around a 7 to 8, at least a 7 to 8.
I feel that.
At least.
I feel that. I feel
So
that.
there, like, and if you don't find me to be that, because even if I'm not your type,
You
like,
should still be like, he's
Exactly.
not my type, but he's not ugly.
right, and that's what
That's
I'm
how I
saying.
be
That's
feeling.
why I'm like at like a 7.5 for across the board. But in my like for the girls who obviously like me, I'll be like a 9 to 10. And I'm looking at myself. I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely like a 9. I'm a solid 9. Like I can't argue that I'm that guy. You know what I mean? So, but my thing is just like just this. If you don't find me attractive, you just have bad taste. That's just
I'm
what
not
it
gonna
is.
say that, but if
No,
you don't
I will
find
say
me
that.
attractive,
I'll
okay,
say that.
I'll say this. I'm not gonna walk around and be like, even the girls who be like, nah, I'm not feeling him. They still wouldn't say like he's hideous or he ugly.
No.
He's like, he not, you know, he's not my cup of tea, but he not ugly or whatever. I probably give they at lowest. I feel like they'll give me a 6. Like he like a 6.5. To if you not
No,
at
and
all
I
attracted.
get that.
So I'm gonna go probably my low end a 6, high end a 10 to the right bitch.
I think if you can't admit that I look, at least like at a 7, I'm like at least at like a 7 or 7.5 or whatever. I know she's tripping. That's just how I'm looking.
I feel like it depends because race and height and your physical build all play a factor in
No, and I
how
get
peop-
that. And
how
I get
people
that.
look, how a female would rate you. Like that's and like the video, man. If y'all watching on YouTube, make sure to like the video. That all plays a factor to everybody. Because if we're going off physical, then yeah, because a perfect 10 for females would be a dude who's 6 foot plus
Okay.
and who's physically fit, like very fit, who's probably fair skinned or whatever, maybe like the Rock type nigga or some shit like this. And I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, because some
No,
girls
I
like
thi-
super dark skinned niggas with beards and all that.
Right, and that's what I'm
It
saying.
just depends on who the fuck is judging
Right,
or whatever.
and that's why it's like it's totally subjective, so it's hard. But at the same time, all I'm saying is like where I'm rating myself, I definitely feel like I'm a solid 9.
I'm gonna go 8.
On my best day.
I'm gonna go
On my best
8.3
day.
for myself.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go 8.3 just on some like I could. There's more to improve.
on my worst days, I definitely
There's
feel
more to improve.
on my worst days, I'm definitely around that 8 area, but on my best, I'm definitely a catch.
I feel like there's more to improve on my end. I could hit, like I said, I could max out like 9.1.
Right.
Cause a 10 is like it's not possible. You can't just be a 10, and unless you're like really a 10.
I think 10 is whenever you get
You should be
When-
getting modeled offers at 10.
No, I'm not even talking
Like
about like
9 plus you should be. People should be like, hey, you should be a model.
I'm
If
not
you
talking
don't
about
hear that,
I'm not talking about that because I think 10 is when it gets specific to a person.
I'm gonna go 1 to 3. You're considered ugly, right? I'm not saying that's true or not. I'm gonna say 3 to 4, or yeah, I'm gonna say 3 to 5. You're an average looking person. Nothing really sticks out about you.
Okay.
5 to 7, you're attractive or cute. 7 to 8,
5 is cute.
you're
I think most people walk around at 5.
okay. So I'm saying
I
like
think most
5.
people are like average.
Yeah, it's like average. Like yeah,
Like,
it's cute. Like you might have a future about you. Like
Oh,
I like
okay,
kids,
okay,
whatever.
I get you. I get
Okay,
you.
7 to 8, you're an attractive person. Like you have qualities people like and all this other shit. 9 to 10, you're a model. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So
I'm definitely not a model, so
I
I'm
have
definitely
the-
sitting at 9 then, or 8 then.
That's
And
what I'm saying.
If
I'm
we're,
saying
if we're,
like
go-
a
if we're, go-
8.3.
if we're going off of that scale,
That's
no,
what I'm thinking it is.
I'm definitely not a model. I'm not photogenic. I don't like smiling. I don't like being in pictures. So I'm definitely gonna be around the 8 then.
So that's how I'm saying like probably like an 8.3. But if I really put the work in the gym, I do XYZ whatever, I could really push a 9. Like I really push a 9. Like, and that's how I genuinely feel. No bullshit.
Okay, and that's
So that's how I
respectful.
feel.
I think most people feel that way.
Yeah.
I think most people feel that way.
I don't fucking
Because
know. Y'all let me know.
I think you should. I think you should. I don't think you should be walking around feeling like you're ugly.
Yeah, you
or feel
shouldn't.
like you're
You shouldn't.
an
You
unattractive
shouldn't.
person.
Some people do feel like they're ugly though.
But the thing is, confidence is something that will make you more
huge-
attractive as well. Like if you know you're the person that you are, or you know who you are, what you bring to the table, then that will make you feel like, hey, I belong here. Because somebody acting all shy and all scared and stuff, that shit's annoying. And I'm like, all right, if you're unsure of yourself, then I'm unsure of what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah.
And that's how most people are gonna feel. So I think it's just like being aware of, who you are and what you think is, what you bring to the table.
Yeah, that's facts, man. Let us know how y'all feel about y'all stuff. What are y'all rating yourself, man? And be honest, don't lie. Okay. So how many push-ups can you do nonstop? Like a burnout set. Good push-ups though. Good form, chest to the ground.
Good form.
No
probably,
ass in the air, none of that.
Probably 25.
Max?
Yeah, 25.
Yeah, I probably max out like 35. Maybe 40 if it was some money on the line or something. Like maybe.
Did you say nonstop? Yeah, I'm not.
Nonstop.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna get tired. Like if you're saying nonstop, where I'm like going up down and like
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
pausing.
nonstop.
I'm not
None of that.
pausing in
You
that.
just knocking
yeah.
them out.
Yeah, 25. 25, maybe 30 if I'm on a like if it's a good day. And I'm
I'll
not,
say
like,
maybe 40 if there's money on the line or something. Like I could, cause shit, I know I can knock out 20 push-ups right now, no issue. But I know like
I'll definitely start slowing down around the 25 mark though. That's where I know, and that's what I'm saying. I'll definitely start slowing down or stop at 25.
yeah. So yeah, okay, that's cool.
That's a random question though.
Yeah, I just was thinking about it. I was like, how many push-ups could you do just nonstop?
Yeah, probably around like 25.
Cause I see some nigga, he did like 100. I was like, God damn.
I mean,
That's
that's all conditioning too. So I mean, if you're training for it, I think if you work up to it,
And
I
some
know I
niggas
could
be
definitely
doing
could.
these. They be saying, "Oh, I could do 50," and they be half reps and your neck bobbing and all that. I'm talking clean reps, chest touching the ground, like
Your chest-
military grade push-ups.
Your chest shouldn't be touching the ground.
Yeah, your chest should touch the ground when you're doing a push-up. And not
Touching the ground?
touch the ground. Yeah,
You're hovering over the ground.
no, you gonna touch the ground.
I've never touched the ground on a push up before. Like if you're
I'm about to do 10 push-ups
your
on
chest-
fucking live. Y'all watch this shit, man.
if your chest is hitting the floor,
Can y'all see? Can you bring the camera down? I'm about to do 10 push-ups. Your chest should be touching the ground.
Yeah, I don't really want.
Ready?
Yeah.
You see me? Chest touching the ground.
Okay.
Boom. Chest touching the ground. That's what I'm talking about.
I've never seen a push-up done like that.
What? You never seen a push-up like that? That's a regular push-up.
Not touching the ground. I've never seen. I've never done a push-up with my chest touching the ground. It's always hovered over the ground.
You gotta touch the ground. That's how they do it in the military and shit.
I don't know. Well, I'm not in the military, so it don't really matter. But
How many push-ups can y'all do, chat? Let us know, man. I think I could possibly get out like I said, money on the line. I might get 45, 50 if they really pushing like, hey.
you're getting 50 like that?
Nah, probably not 50.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. I don't know. If I got a crowd or something like, and I got some money on the line, I'm definitely, the form going to loosen up. It ain't no...
I don't believe that. But all right.
The form going to loosen up, but I might be able to get 50. Because it's really a mental thing on how you're counting it. If you think about it. Because you do 10. All right, cool. 10. And then you go 10 again. You're not counting to 50. Because you're mentally going to get strained by the time you even get to 25. If you go 10, 10. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you count out the 10s or you count them backwards, I think it's a number shit. Y'all let me know. I'm fucking out of breath. Y'all let me know though.
You're out of breath from doing that. So do you think you're going to be able to do 50?
Yeah, I think I could do 50. I'm just out of breath because I'm sitting back down trying to talk.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I would have to work to 50 though. I'm not gonna bullshit you. But yeah, let's see. Okay, so flowers. Would you want flowers as a man?
No. I'm not gonna lie.
So what about like, cause you know how they be saying like, give a man his flowers and all this shit.
Oh, you mean like that?
Yeah. No, I mean like, cause they saying like you only get flowers on your funeral and shit. So it's like some girls be gifting their nigga flowers for Valentine's Day and
I
all
don't
that.
like any flowers.
So you
But
wouldn't fuck with them?
I mean, I like looking at flowers. I'll look at them, and I like gardening. Not necessarily gardening, but I like doing like lawn work.
Mm-hmm.
And I like landscape and stuff like that. So yeah, it'd be cool to look at, but I'm not. Nope, don't give me a bouquet of flowers. I'm not trying to walk around or take a bouquet of flowers and put them in a vase and anything like that. Not me.
I'll put some flowers in the vase.
I'm a regular dude though. That's just what it is. I'm not one of them little. I'm not one of them new type nigga.
What does that mean?
I'm not one of the new type dudes.
That nigga said the new nigga. What you mean by that? Some
The
niggas
guy-
don't mind the flowers.
The guys with the fingerprint and
Oh yeah, yeah.
fingernails and all that stuff. I'm not that type of guy. I'm just a regular dude. Like I'm just a regular guy. That's it. I like girls, real girls, and I don't like fingernail paint. I don't do fingernail stuff. I do like looking nice, so don't get me wrong. I will dress up and put some effort into my appearance, but and I'm not gonna walk around with like dirt underneath my fingernails. Because don't get me wrong, some guys just don't cut their fingernails, and that looks disgusting. But yeah, like I take care of myself, and that's about it. Outside of that, I'm not one of the sissy boys. I'm not gonna.
But what that got to do with flowers?
I don't.
Like,
I'm
you
saying
went
that because
on
I'm saying that because I'm like, sissy boys probably will want some flowers.
I'm not
I don't want no flowers.
requesting no flower. I'm not gonna be like, "Where's my flowers at?" No shit like that. That's crazy.
like-
but I'm saying like, if a girl gave you flowers, you wouldn't like put it in a vase or nothing.
My girl would never give me flowers, and she would
But
know
if she
better.
did, like, say
She would never do that.
for like
And she would know better.
Valentine's Day, she got you candy and like a small look, not no crazy thing, a fucking
Look,
bouquet.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If somebody gives you a flower, oh, okay, thanks, I appreciate it. Like that's as far as it goes. But then I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? I
Little
guess
vase.
yeah, okay. Somebody just does that, and like maybe for like a graduation or something like that, right? Sure. there's certain times when that will be, somewhat appropriate. But like if you're just thinking, like if you just run out to the store and like, hey, I was just thinking about you, and like I just want to give you some flowers, or
I'd
if
be
it
like,
or if it's like your
oh shit,
or if
thank
it
you.
or if
What
it's
the
your
fuck?
anniversary,
Yeah.
like don't give me any flowers on our anniversary. I don't want to see any flowers. Like I'll get you flowers, but you don't give me flowers. I don't, because
I'm trying to.
I'm
I
simple.
have gotten
I'm a-
flowers before, and
I
I
never
was just kind of like, oh shit, thank you. Like it was one of them. Like I wouldn't necessarily request that, but
yeah.
it was like, oh shit, like I appreciate it, and I did try to keep. I tried my best to keep them alive. I didn't, what I mean, I wasn't bullshitting or nothing like that. But
And I think however, how I approached it at first when I was thinking about your question at first, I was looking at it more in a sense of like that's weird because like I never even thought about it like that, but obviously talking it out right now, there are instances where it is acceptable to give a guy flowers, but I don't know. I guess it's just really knowing that particular person, because some people, like if you're a florist and you actually like you
deal
plant
with flowers and
deal
shit.
with flowers, you deal with plants, you may love flowers, and that might be a great gift to give somebody. And there's like you're not one of the new type guys, and that's totally fine.
To my new type guy.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool. But if you are, and there's nothing wrong with the new type dudes. Good for you. But I'm just a,
You're not feeling it.
I'm
Basically. You're cool on it.
yeah, I'm a standard dude, and I do things at like a standard dude would do.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this: when is it, or is it ever cool to hit a woman back?
No. Well, this is a big exception. If that woman's bigger than you,
You got Ronda Rousey.
if that woman is bigger than you, and you
listen,
and she's
she working. listen.
if she's bigger than you, I think that gives you grounds to defend yourself. I wouldn't be beating on her, because if a dude's hitting me, regardless of their size, I'm fighting back. So and yes, you can defend yourself from that person and try to get away. But like regardless of the size of a guy, if they hit me, I'm fighting back. Now if it's a big girl, because I'm not a big dude, I'm 5'8", so I'm pretty like just a standard size guy. And there are girls out there that are bigger than I am. So there are girls out there
standard size like an SUV.
So if there is a girl like a 6-footer, and she's solid, like she's a big girl, and she's hitting me, yeah, I'm gonna hit her back to get out of the situation. But then I'm leaving, like, and I don't care what anybody says, like, because I'm not gonna sit here and try to beat on a woman. Like I'm not beating on a woman at all. And definitely if a woman's smaller than me and I know I can overpower her,
So
I'm definitely
what
not
if
putting
she's
my hands
like,
on her at all.
all right, say she around your height or whatever, and she
Like I said, definitely
and
not.
she like punching your shit 3 times.
Definitely
Now you leaking. She got
not.
you leaking. Bow, bow, bow. She hit you with 3-piece. And you just kind of on the.
There's no fucking way. No, the only way is if this. The only way that it is acceptable to hit a woman is if she's bigger than you, or she's hitting you with an object.
So not if she leaked you. If you leak,
If
she caught you off guard and
if
hit you in your nose, because once you hit you in the nose, your eyes automatically water.
No, and I get that, but if you're not aware of like your surroundings like that, and you're like read a room, and I'm always on edge for me personally, so I highly doubt I'm gonna get snuck by a woman, especially a woman my size, because if a woman's my size, I know she's not gonna be that powerful.
I definitely. It's funny because listen. In my past relationships, I've taunted my exes. Sometimes they get aggressive, and I'm just not gonna. I be on some like, nigga. I be on some fucking Mayweather shit. I be ducking and dodging shit. Like what the fuck? these bitches really trying. They all like, ah, damn, she ain't got it. But it's just like, if I'm looking at it like this, if a nigga or for female, if you're in a closed setting, say y'all was in the bathroom and you had a party with her or something, and you know she going up and she, oh, who the fuck is this bitch? And she's yelling. You like, hey, chill out. And she pow, leak you. You like, oh fuck. And she and then she go back to back, boom, boom, boom.
I think, like, again, if she's not bigger than you, then you should be able to restrain her, regardless of her.
So you just gonna bear hug her, some shit like that.
Yeah, grab her arms, bear hug her.
Or she just headbutt you, pow.
And
you grab her arm, she.
I think if she's smaller or your same size and you're getting overpowered by a woman, then you need to get your ass beat. That's just what it is.
Oh my god, nigga in the bathroom getting whooped. God damn.
There's no debating about that. Like if you're getting worked, yeah, if you're getting beat by a woman your size or smaller, nah.
So
and she's bigger than you.
A big bitch hits you 6 foot. I almost said the name of a bitch. I'm glad I didn't say her. But a big girl hits you.
That's different. Now it's like, now I have to defend myself.
So what you gonna do? So if she just
like, first you need to like assess the situation. Like, oh, okay, like,
what if I'm a straight, like almost like, damn, she hit me another one. I'm sleeping. And she hit you with one of them, like, oh shit. She hit me another time. I'm sleeping.
No. I think it's like, all right, get myself out of there. So if you can get away without hitting her,
she like, yeah, run, bitch ass.
Nah,
she got you running out the bathroom.
If you can get away from her, without hitting her, that's the best option. And like, honestly, it doesn't matter what the situation is, because like, you don't look. It doesn't make you
always.
You're always gonna look. The thing is, you're always gonna, regardless of what it is. You're always gonna look bad.
Yeah,
you're always gonna look bad.
Cause niggas will watch a dude in the street get his ass whooped by a female, and the minute he slapped the bitch, hey, exactly. It's a female. I'm like, damn, what y'all like?
But so it's like it's a losing battle. So you're not gonna win that one. So just end up leave, get out of there. Damn. So your best thing to do is just to flee the scene, or get out of there as soon as possible. Now, if you're just getting mollywopped by this big bitch,
damn, that's actually not cool though. Like, fuck.
It sucks, but that's just what it is.
Niggas getting slapped and beat up on and can't even defend themselves, or like.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, so if you're just getting really rocked by this woman, yeah, it's like you can throw a punch or whatever to like just to get her off, or like try to push her or whatever, and get out of it.
Try to jump with you.
But you got to get out of it. But by the end of the day, it's just like, if you can get out of there without putting your hands on her, because at the end of the day, she can go to jail. You know, hey, domestic violence. She was putting her hands on me. You know, I fear for my life. Whatever. But at the end, just leave. Get out of there. That's your that's what you need to do.
Your best bet is not to hit her, man. If
that's
it's
your best bet.
Domestic shit, get out of there, man. She put her hands on you, she don't respect you anyway. And take it from me, I don't be fucking with bitches who put their hands on niggas. So
yeah,
if she doing that, and she tried you like that, bro, go ahead and just move around. But if it's a bitch in the street, man, that's why you gotta roll with females who can fight and put some shit to bed if need
I think the thing is, like, after a certain point, we're just too old to be fighting. Like, because
you gotta learn how to de-escalate, and plus you really shouldn't be too much going back and forth with a female. But some bitches, the big linebacker bitches, they will press some of you smaller niggas. You feel me? And y'all gotta be on y'all P's and Q's about that. And that's real though, because it's like they damn near, they know like, oh, here's a smaller man that I can most likely overpower because I'm bigger. But at the same time, it's like she get the cool points for whooping the dude, but you look bad for fighting a female.
Yeah.
So it's like,
regardless of her size. But at the end of the day, like let's say like a guy is like 5'8", 5'9" area. That's
5'6", 5'7".
That
dudes.
Well, that's
what I'm saying.
Those are little guys. and don't get me wrong. I'm not making. I'm not
6 foot to a bitch who's 6'1" is little.
That's true.
So
that's very true. That's very true. But okay, let's say they are under 5'8", and that's really like that's a little guy's territory. And no offense to any little guys out there, but that's just
A
what it
smaller
is.
dude.
You're
Yeah.
a smaller guy. So you're around that height. I think a woman up to 6 foot, like if let's say like you're like 5'6", 5'7", a 5'6", 5'7" guy should be able to handle up to a 5'11" woman, maybe even a 6 footer if the girl isn't like solid, because a solid 6 foot girl who has some type of ability to fight is gonna beat your ass. That's just what it is. But if she's
Now
one
I'm
of
still gonna give it to the little dude. There's I'm gonna say even niggas who like 5'4", if he get a good hit on her, you know, she's
I think
probably gonna fall back. If you get her with a good enough warning shot, and or like you hit her in the solar plexus or something, or you win the bitch or something, you could probably get her off of you.
I think for most guys are just gonna beat any girl regardless. But like
Yeah.
if it's a girl who knows what they're doing, and
Yeah. Now if it's a real fighter type chick, you might as well get up out of there.
or they don't even need to be like a professional fighter or even like a amateur fighter. Like if they took a kickboxing class a couple times and they go to a
You know how to 1-2.
yeah, and they took that class a couple times. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They might wreck your ass. I'm just saying.
Y'all make sure to stay protected, man, and also try to de-escalate situations when it get there.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing is just like not being in, like, don't put yourself in a predicament where you will find yourself fighting a female or whatever. Like, so like getting drunk or getting high or outside of an environment that you can control. So if you're at your house and you're getting drunk, or you're at your house getting high, or at a friend's house or whatever, but if you're out at the club or in a place where nobody, like, you don't know that many people, you're just in a social area, and you're now putting yourself in a vulnerable spot to at a point where you can be finding yourself in these situations, that's on you. Honestly, you asked for your ass to get beat.
No, I wouldn't. I don't agree with that. If you can go out and have fun. Like I said, just de-escalate. Don't get
Use
into
your head.
don't get into no arguments, especially not with no females. And if it does escalate to that, just back off and just let it be that. Because unless you got a girl with you who can fight and who's ready to take it to that level, and you can fight, if she got a nigga with her, then just avoid all that shit together, man. Okay, so next topic is what do you think the base pay for teachers should be? Like the national average. Like what you think teachers should be getting paid?
I don't even know how much teachers actually get paid, so
Probably like 40, 50 grand or some shit a year. But they always
that's
saying
pretty
teachers
standard.
is underpaid. So what do you think teachers should get
I would
paid?
need to know how much they get paid, because and what are you teaching? Because some
Based
teachers,
off of what you think right now. Just it doesn't matter. How much you think teachers, like the ones who educate the nation, how much you think they should get paid?
50,000 sounds fair to me.
Damn.
Like I said, it depends on what you're doing. Like,
I'm gonna say,
what are you teaching?
I think 65 to 70K.
Most people.
All teachers.
Hold on, but let me put it like this. If you do an entry level job, let's say you graduate college, right? Because the criteria to be a teacher isn't very much. Like I think you need an associate's degree, right? And then you need to do like some type of program. Now there are different districts and different schools where it's going to require for you to have like a bachelor's degree and need.
But niggas get paid millions to play basketball.
Here, hold on. And
So-
it's there's a reason to it too, so I'm trying to explain that whole thing. So the criteria to be a teacher isn't very high, and I'm not saying that there aren't teachers who are out there who have good intentions and things of that sort, but some teachers are just like out there and they think, oh well, this is a safe job. It has a pretty good job security. Everybody has schools, all this other stuff, blah blah blah. But there isn't a lot that there isn't a lot that is required of you to become a teacher. That's all I'm saying. So if that's the case, well, your pay should reflect that. If the barrier to entry is low, then you should be, anybody can do it. Then hell yeah, you should be able to take about $50,000 a year. And most people, entry level jobs coming out of college, you're gonna be getting paid around $50,000 a year. Most people are getting paid that
So
much.
current salary for teachers is fair.
I don't know what their salary is. So if they're underpaid and they're getting paid less than 50,000, yeah, that sucks. And yeah, they probably should get paid more. But 50,000 for an entry level for a first year teacher, yeah, I think that's fair. And
I
then
think we would weed out more bullshit teachers if the base pay was higher.
no, if we raise the standards of our teachers, then you'll weed out the bullshit teachers, and then you can bump up the pay to match the level and the skills that you have to be an actual teacher. But if you're just letting Joe Smo, who has like a accounting degree, yeah, associate's accounting degree, which is great, fine. But and then he just took his teacher, whatever the fuck it is. I think they just need to take, yeah,
shit.
some yeah, exactly, some certification thing, and now he's qualified to teach a math class.
Yeah.
What? Okay, well, you know, he's you kind of just picked him up off the street. So I mean, whatever. That's how I look at it. If our teachers are gonna just have the criteria be better, and in a lot of other countries, the criteria of teachers and the standards of a teacher is a lot more, especially in Asian countries. They have a lot. They have a high standards for their teachers. So, and here in the states, our standards are not the same. So, and don't get me wrong, I know there's some great and fantastic teachers out there who do amazing work and who aren't in it for the money because there isn't a lot of money in it. But at the same time, um, if we want if teachers want more money, then I believe that there should be a better standard. But we do need to pay teachers for what they are. And let's be honest, our curriculum in most of the curriculum in the school system is bullshit. They don't teach you about anything.
Yeah.
They don't prepare you for the actual world, and I think it sets you up for failure. So you're actually, and we're behind. Like if we're actually comparing American students compared to any other students all over the world in a first class society, we're far behind. Testing scores, reading levels.
That don't got shit to do with the teachers though.
That does have to do with the teachers.
That has to do with
It has to do with
whoever
the
creates the curriculum.
hold on. It has to do with our school board. It has to do with our
'Cause
teachers.
they just teach what the fuck they
exactly,
told
and
to teach.
that
Ain't got nothing to do with them though. That's not a reflection of their work and their quality of work. I'm gonna say teachers, man. I'm gonna give y'all $65K a year, man. Give them a 50.
some teachers are making that, especially in certain school districts.
Yeah, like I don't. Shit, I don't
Because
know.
like your school district is going, like what city you work for, what ISD you work for is going to depend on how much teachers are actually getting paid as well. So if you're in
Or
a
you think it
rich,
should be more like college? Because the college professors create the curriculum and write the books and all the shit that people study the lectures over and all that. And I guess their pay is based off of their expertise on shit and also get tenured and all that. So you think regular school teachers should, like, it should kind of go based off of, because you said it should be based off of what you provide and what you're bringing to the table. So with that being said, that'll kind of align more with the college shit, and they get paid six figures.
I think we need just better curriculum across the board. And because it's so bad, and the fact that they are trying to set up, or they're not trying to educate people so they're informed how to come into the world and be actual be successful. They're here to only create workers and only educate people up to a certain point so you can be a good worker. And
like the
these
video YouTube.
private schools, charter schools, things of that sort, where they don't have to meet a certain criteria, because now you have your own curriculum that you can bring to the table when you have these private schools. and charter schools and these other schools like Montessori's and all this other stuff. Like they have their own sets of curriculum, so they don't even match the same stuff as state. So there are like state things that the kids are gonna have to be able to pass on like state exams and things of that sort. But outside of that, what they teach them is whatever the hell they want. And who can afford these things? People who can afford private schools. And those people are actually learning the things that those kids are learning what they need to learn. But everybody who else goes to a public school who is funded by the actual city and the city that you actually live in, and that comes from the taxpayers and people who actually live there who can actually pay towards the school. You're kind of up shit creek whenever it comes to like having bad teachers. That's why you got teachers fucking students. When you got teachers,
God damn.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
like you.
Okay, so what number though? What number?
50,000 is fine.
50, okay.
But also,
50,000.
I think it's just like
You said 50. God damn.
I'm just saying it's going to look different based off your school district and everything like that. But I do feel like like a starting making the criteria for teachers to be actual teachers, raising that up, and then raising the actual pay up to a base of 75 will be good. 75 will be good.
Okay, yeah. That's what I'm saying. 65, 75. Okay, yeah.
I'm saying 75 will be good, but we have to raise the standards. Like we can't let anybody do it.
I can get
That's
with
all
that.
I'm saying.
I can get with that.
But if we're talking about right now, we're not changing anything. Well, 50's just as good for anybody.
Okay. What age can your kids curse in front of you? What's a good age, y'all?
18.
Some people their kids be cursing at like 11 and shit.
No, sir. 18.
18?
Yeah.
So
And if they're cursing at me,
nah.
then I'm whooping ass. But if it's if it's just like you use a curse word, yeah, you can use a curse word at 18.
So so at 18, your son will be like, I was fucking the shit out this bitch. I had this bitch all on the wall. At 18.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, so it's all
I
good.
think that just shows how comfortable they are with you. And I'd rather my kids come talk to me about whatever it is than go talk to somebody else and for them to get like disinformation. Because I'm not for whatever they come talk to me about, I'm not trying to steer them wrong. I have no ill will towards my children, you know what I mean? So of course if they're comfortable enough to come talk to me and relate to me whatever, then I'm like, okay, if this is the time you're on, then I'll meet you where you're at.
And be able to talk to you about it.
Right.
Fuck, I don't know. I guess it'll probably be I don't know. Honestly, I don't really feel. I wouldn't feel comfortable with like. It's not that I would feel comfortable. I guess I would be okay with certain words in certain situations and certain scenarios, but it's like overall, like I don't curse in front of my mom.
Yeah,
like,
that's the thing. That's exactly what I was about to say.
Even if it was like something that was cool or whatever,
yeah,
I still would be like mindful. Like, all right,
I was just about to say that. Like, I wouldn't allow them to curse in front of their mom. I wouldn't do that. Would be disrespectful. And I think it's just be like just based off the respect level of like just not wanting your mom to hear like vulgar words come out of their child's mouth. That's just what it is.
You gotta draw the line. So you gotta have some type of respect. And
so that's how I'm looking at it. And I think if you raise your kids right, they wouldn't even really feel the need to actually like, oh, okay, like if something slips, like, oh, okay, oh, my bad, like,
yeah,
and, like they'll catch it. But at the end of the day, I think it's just more so like, oh, all right, I'm not gonna I'm talking to my dad here. Or
yeah, you could. There's certain situations, scenarios where it's like you good. You could say that, but like on a regular, we not finna have that relationship,
right?
Where you could just come up to me. I don't know I don't got no kids, so I can't say. But
like them entering a room, like what the fuck's going on?
I'm in this bitch.
Yeah, like
they going crazy.
That's too much. But if they're talking to me and they're obviously like.
They explaining something or
exactly, and something slips
frustrated
out
or something like that.
Right, that's different, and I'm like, I'm not tripping off of that. But
okay, so you said 18 though. So
Yeah, around 18. I'm you know, and
teenager.
maybe I might even I may like even allow it at like 17, but
I don't know
and
if
and
it's an
you
age
know,
thing. I think it's more a maturity and
I
like
think it's
the
a
subject matter that kind of goes
I
into.
think it's the age thing where for me whenever it comes to like talking to me cuz you know kids are cursing way before that age. Like we're cursing
At elementary,
yeah,
little kids.
and I think the biggest thing is if you don't want your kids to say it, you don't say it at
You
home.
can't really be saying it.
Because that's how
You
you're
gotta
picking
lead by
up.
example.
Right. That's how we heard it. We heard it at home all the time. So, I mean, so we were saying it at school. We knew we weren't supposed to say bad words.
But
But
yeah,
you say
low
around
key
your friends and
on the
school
bus,
and stuff
all
like
of
that. And kids are smarter than you think. So they're not saying, because they don't say it around their teachers unless you're just like being bad. You know what I
True.
mean? Because we knew curse words, but I wasn't cursing in front of my teachers.
Damn. Nah, that's true.
So it's just like,
Yeah, yeah, I'll probably say it just depends on your maturity. I wouldn't necessarily put an age on it. It depends on the context and how you saying it, and it has a lot of caveats to that. All right, last question. We about an hour and 30 minutes in, man. I hope y'all enjoying the show so far. If you are, leave us a like, a comment, let us know how you feeling, or even leave us a little bit of feedback on some of the topics we just touched on, man. But we about to get into our last and final topic. Oh, we got a couple messages here from Facebook. Imagine raising the pay and keeping the standards the same. You'd have way more ratchet teachers. Ha ha. This is from Brandon. How do I say his name? Hohenstein.
Hohenstein.
Yeah.
Hey, Brandon, what's going
What's
on,
up,
bud?
Brandon?
I know Brandon
Uh,
Hohenstein.
yeah, my boy. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna give you a like. Not setting kids up for success. Teaching these kids memory and test taking skills, which don't mean a lot. When they're old enough to be on their own. Haha. Okay, so you feel as if so it's damn. I wish I would have got to you earlier, bro. My bad. We were on YouTube with it. I'm gonna give you a like on this too. My boy Brandon, how you been, bro?
Yeah, man. How are you, man? That's really
Gonna
great
have
to
to-
hear from you.
Yeah, my boy Brandon, man. It's been a long time. Okay, but last and final question. What age should people stop driving? What age is it like, okay, it's time to wrap it up. Give me your license. It's over with.
I don't know, honestly. Probably. I don't think it's an age for per person. I think it varies. It'll probably vary.
At least you need to start getting yearly tests probably at the age after like 80 something.
Oh yeah, that's pretty old.
I'd probably say like just to see where you at with things.
I would say around. Yeah, probably. I think it's just this. It would be in the same boat as like what we were talking about before. Because some people who are
Mentally,
older
worse.
and senile who are in like
But where are you going at 80? Like, what are you doing? Where are you going?
I don't know.
Exactly. Where are you really going?
Well, I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Probably like the
Maybe
store,
the store,
or
yeah.
bingo or something.
Store, doctor's appointment.
Oh yeah, a doctor's appointment. But they're not driving normally.
Visit. Why wouldn't they?
I feel like I don't know. I don't feel like I see 80-year-olds driving and shit.
I don't know any 80-year-olds to be completely honest. So I don't know. I couldn't tell you because I don't know them. So like the oldest person I know is like in their 70s.
Who? Oh, that lady you talking about you worked with?
Yeah. And I think I know somebody else who's
I don't think I
as well, but
know anybody like, well, fuck. Like know them, like to where I know their habits and how mentally sane they are with shit.
yeah.
I don't know that many older people. But grandma, she's in her 60s and she drives. But that's not.
Well, I would
60s
say
is cool.
60. Yeah.
I would say probably like
You probably should start getting tested around in your 70s.
70s, like yearly test or every 2 years.
Yeah, maybe yearly. It just really depends on the person.
Like an annual test.
Yeah, probably start getting tested yearly to see if you're fit for.
The road.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can't drive at night and shit like that.
Now,
But
that
most
could
of the time, I don't think older people really. I think they have a set time. They're very early birds, and that's it. They're in the house by 1 p.m. Normally, they probably up at 6, 7. They're doing their shit, whatever that may be. Actually, I was behind. I went to Walmart the other day, and I was behind this dude in a Kia, and he was driving so slow. The speed limit was 40, and he was going at least 25.
I think that whenever you get older, your what is it called? Like your
Perception of
depth perception is less, or it
Yeah, I
goes
don't
down.
know.
So you think you're actually moving faster.
But he was like on the wheel and he was driving extremely slow. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I passed him and I was like, oh, it's an older guy or whatever.
No, but also like they already their motor skills are like start going down. So when your motor skills are decreasing, you're already moving slow as it is. So now like you're in an actual moving vehicle, like now you're thinking, oh my god, I'm moving so much faster than I'm usually.
Also, though, when they were kids, the cars were way slower. Like them growing up, the cars was like maxing out at 50 miles an hour and shit. 70 years ago,
What's it? Yes,
the cars were like
that's yeah.
that's
sorta.
almost 100 years ago. The cars weren't fast.
Well, actually, what's 70 years from?
Because it's what 2000. That's like what 1950 something, right?
Hold on.
So
What
nigga,
year
the
is-
cars
what-
gotta be something.
What year is it?
2023 or 2024.
Minus 70 years.
That's like 1950 something. Yeah,
1954.
1954.
No,
Yeah, man.
no, it's definitely old.
So the cars
definitely-
weren't even fast. They weren't topping out past 60 miles. So to them, they probably feel like they cruising.
Well, yeah, but also no.
Yeah.
Because if they were born in the 50s or
you
whatever.
started probably driving in the 60s,
Uh-huh. Well,
60s, 70s,
okay, in the 60s, 70s, okay.
and then I mean cars back in the 70s
But
weren't really shit either.
they were still adults throughout that whole time. Like so like let's say they are 70, right? So let's go 2024 minus let's say minus 30 years. That was 94. There were cars that were going 120
Yeah,
miles in 94.
But the average car probably was going like maybe like 80, something like that.
No.
90 or some
The
shit.
cars were clocking out at 100. The odometers were saying like 100, 120.
Yeah, but
For most cars in
but they're
94.
not hitting 100. You're probably
You
cruising
could.
at a regular speed.
I don't think that's the issue. I think it's just that
thinking,
the
like,
motor
they-
skills are going
some of that
down,
shit probably going
and
there,
they're going slower now because of the motor skills are going down. I think that's
it's
just
a
what-
lot. Yeah, I feel like it's a couple things that's going on with that. Damn. Let's check Facebook because I know we missed Brandon's messages. And big shout out to all the reactions and the likes, man. I really appreciate everybody who came out to Facebook, man. Definitely, we haven't been streaming on Facebook. We've been on YouTube. So you guys have missed the last couple of episodes, but make sure you to check the playback out on YouTube. That's AHEIM stream on YouTube. And you guys can watch all the playbacks. We are on week 5. So I know you guys were a couple of you guys were missing it. And I know a lot of y'all want to watch these playbacks too. Make sure to check out the Instagram too, _JALAAM_. And you can watch the playbacks of our Sunday service live streams as well. And like I said, we're always on YouTube. So, man, I think that was that's pretty much a wrap. We're about an hour and 30 minutes in, 90-minute little pod for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that. YouTube, we're about to end everything off. You guys enjoy your night. How'd you fuck with it?
Yeah, it was
Week
good.
5.
Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, big shout out to everybody who dropped by. Shout out
Sir.
to Brandon. on
Shout out
Instagram.
Brandon, man.
Yeah, thanks for dropping some comments and yeah.
Definitely appreciate it. We will be back next Tuesday, man. You guys stay safe.